welcome back to the channel, and where this week I wanted to get maybe a bit like sentimental and a bit deep with you guys, as if we don't anyway, because we're always talking about emotions and personal development and stuff. But putting that aside, I really wanted to talk about turning lemons into lemonade. You've all heard that saying, like taking what you've been given, taking what has happened and turning it into something that works for you rather than against you. And I've been thinking about this a lot lately because I've been thinking about how the things that I'm excelling at now are the things which used to hold me back. They're the things which I used to resent that caused me problems, until I actually started just embracing the fact that I had those qualities, that I operated in that way and made it into something good. So this is like the premise of this video, basically, to talk about whatever pain that you've been through, whatever trauma or whatever thing about yourself that you think is something bad. It can also be a really, really great superpower and the thing which is ultimately going to be really good for you. So just take me as an example here. My whole life I've been quite introspective and always been very heady in my head. I remember I used to sit at the table while my mum and her friends had drinks and were being social. And my mum would say like, "Oh, don't worry about Joe, he just likes to listen. He just likes to sit there and absorb all the information." And it wasn't because I liked the gossip, although that might be true. But it was because I just liked listening. I was just always intrigued about what was going on and just absorbing what I could. And obviously that came with some difficulties. When you spend so much time in your head thinking about stuff, it's really easy to go down a darker path because you can get wrapped up in stories, things that aren't necessarily true. You can beat yourself up. If you suffer with anxiety, being in your head too much is never a good thing. Same with depression. And that's kind of the path which I ended up falling down, was that I'd just got so wrapped up in these stories which just weren't true and that I'd fabricated to the point where it caused me issues. And there were times where I'd just be like, why am I like this? Why am I always just thinking about this stuff? Like, why do I have to always go to this kind of really deep place and this all these negatives and stuff? And obviously that just got worse and worse because I was just basically resenting myself at that point, of just resisting the fact that I was just quite an introspective person and I thought about these things. And that all changed when I realised after a bad patch that this stuff was actually something I could use to my advantage. That because I go to those depths, because I am an emotional person, because I am introspective, because I've been there and I've been through the worst of the worst in terms of anxieties, in terms of OCD, because I've been there, I have this unique opportunity then to really harness what I learned there and share it with somebody else. To not look at those things as bad things, but actually what in some way I'm here to do. The fact that I've been through those things has given me the opportunity now to actually be of use to other people. I don't go through my life now beating myself up or rejecting the fact that I am quite a deep person, that I am quite emotional, that I feel things and quite empathetic. I don't, or at least I try not to reject those parts of me, because those parts are the parts that allow me to sit in front of you guys, talk about these things, hopefully help somebody else go through the stuff that I went through. And that's amazing. That's it's the best possible thing you can get out of your hardships. I wouldn't be the person I am today. Well, I'm really happy with myself. I'm really happy with what I've done. if I hadn't have gone through those things, if I hadn't had those really dark times and feeling like I just had no idea what to do, I bashed down that wall and I broke through that ceiling, and I told myself that I could overcome the things that I never thought I could, or I was so afraid to actually do. And that for me is me making lemonade out of my lemons. It's for whatever reason, and this is back for you guys now. It's like, forget about the reasons as to why you've gotten to that place. Don't get wrapped up in the how did I get there? How am I in this position? How am I like suffering with this or that? Think about how I can make use of this into something good. This video was just a reminder, just an encouragement for you guys to, one, if you're in a bad place, to know that ultimately that stuff is going to make you a stronger person. And two, the things that you've been through put you in a unique position to actually be able to share that with other people, to go to those depths and help somebody else. There's nothing better when you overcome your own stuff and you can turn to somebody else and be like, yeah, I've been there. I've been through what you have been through. I see you in the moment for what you're going through, and here's how I can help. And that stuff to me is like, it's so important to me. And it's why I want to be a coach, and it's why I want to make this a living, because it's just making use of all the stuff that I've been through. It's not looking at it as a bad thing, it's looking at it as something which put me in a good position now to do good in the world. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I've just been thinking about talking about it for a while, because it's so true. The things that you've been through are your secret superpowers. They're the things that you have. They're the things that you can really harness as your own energy source to move forward. So that's how I wanted to leave it this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this video helps some of you, anybody going through a rough time, and encourages you to keep going, to seek help if you need it, and to know that it really does get better. So I made a hot chocolate for this, thinking that I could chill and have some of it, but I've literally just spoken straight for 10 minutes. But that's where we're going to leave it. So if you enjoyed the video, as always, you can like it. I'm here So as always, if you enjoyed the video, you can like it. I'm here every Wednesday. Subscribe to the channel